Welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a while. Sorry, I'm starting late. We are 3 minutes late. So my co-host will be joining me, Vivian of Kachi's Corner, and we are going to start now. Welcome. So we're about to begin, and today's topic we'll be talking about the art of family communications. The art of family communications, how you can keep your home running, because a family is where we learn about love. We learn about love in our families, and it is very, very important that we ensure that that love keeps us together and bonds us very well. Coming, I'm trying to connect. Okay. So, in as much as we learn how to love in our family, at the same time, conflict may arise from our family. So, I have my system here to guide us as we discuss the strategies on how to communicate effectively and resolve conflicts in our families. I know some of you will agree with me that there are families that have issues. You see siblings having issues. These days, we have a lot of divorce rates, and children have to suffer for it when their parents are no longer together. It takes you might think it's just the children that is affecting, but it affects the society as well. So it is very, very important that we learn how to communicate effectively and the right way to resolve conflicts in our homes, because this is something that people might just see that is not necessary, or because we are family, so everybody should get along. No, most of the fights or issues that used to happen between people is amongst family, because there are lots of interest. You have lots of interest among each other, and that's where issues might arise. And you're welcome. Gracie, you're welcome. Thank you for tuning in. So I'll start by discussing why family communication matters. Yeah, it's very, very important for you to communicate effectively to your spouse, to your children, and make sure your children also communicates to you, because you might start having friends. You are a social person, you're having friends outside your home, but your home is suffering. The first reason for marriage is companionship before you talk about raising children. And a family is meant to be a team. You people should have one goal, one purpose, one thing you want to achieve. If you are claiming that you have a family, you are a family man, you're a family woman, and it's not running smoothly, you people are not communicating effectively, it's a time ticking bomb. So it's very, very important that you bond as a family, you carry your family along, you communicate effectively, you resolve conflicts the right way. Now, good communication builds unity, it builds respect, because we as humans, we tend to bring our emotions when we are having communications with people. You get the way you will respond to, okay, we have Vivian, my co-host just joined me. Vivian, good evening, you're welcome.
Thank you. Good
Yeah,
evening.
sorry for the change in time. It was I told you 9:30.
Yeah.
Eriyawan Kenzone, thank you for tuning in. So I'm going to continue. Like I said, good communication builds unity and respect. And as humans, we tend to bring the situation or the mood we are in whenever someone is speaking with us. The same way you will, as when someone tells you, um, you are not doing this thing right, the state at which you are will determine how you will receive that message. If you are in a happy mood and somebody is telling you that, this thing you did not do it well, you will respond. You will not take it as you will not take it as the person is trying to attack you. You take it as a positive criticism. So whenever you are having communication, especially in your family, make sure it's effective communication. A communication is effective when the person you are speaking to understands your language, when the person understands the message you are trying to pass. So it is very, very important that if we are communicating to our spouse, communicating with our children, that we communicate effectively. And for that to happen, you need to have someone that is giving the communication in the right way, passing the message the right way, and someone that is listening actively. If you are not an active listener, please, you need to learn how to be an active listener. It's very, very important, because that's the only way communication can make sense, because you can miss some points when the person is trying to tell you something. I'm someone that I really like someone to pay attention whenever I'm discussing or telling you something. If you're pressing your phone, I might just get interrupted, or I might skip out on whatever I want to tell you. So it is very, very important that we make sure whenever we are communicating in our family, to our wives and our husbands. And I must say, somehow, women, I think women are more of active listeners than men. What do you think, Vivian?
Yeah, women
Do you
are
think it's
women.
something? Do you think it's something that is someone's personality, or you think if we are to rate it between men and women, women are more
No,
active
definitely,
listeners than men?
definitely. In terms of family, I think women listens more. Yeah, because even on a normal conversation, you might be talking to him and he's busy watching football.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
when you ask, okay, as in when you ask, or when you repeat one thing, you'll be like, okay, what did you say? You will not know that his mind is not even there. But maybe he didn't want to
Yes.
tell you that, allow me to watch this ball now. And as
Yeah,
women, now
yeah,
you want to pass that message that time. So
yeah.
no, I think women listen more.
You just dropped a point that I will be talking about later. You said um and we women, we just want to pass that message at that time. It's very,
Yeah,
very important. The time of passing a message, knowing the right time to communicate
matters.
something matters a lot. Yeah, you
Mhm.
are very, very um I'm discussing why it is very, very important to have effective communication as a family, because most times you might think that all these times we are being harsh to children, or whenever our child is coming to tell you something, I need this, I want this, or they are trying to report something to you, but you might feel like, they are disturbing, and whatever they are asking or they are saying is not important, and you just look for a way to dismiss them. Even among siblings might be having issues. They come to report to you, mommy, this is what this person is doing, and you just be like, it's okay, you should stop fighting, go, 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 go. But you don't know what you are creating in their mind. You are teaching them how to communicate, and it's the wrong way to communicate that you are teaching your kids. They tend to see that, okay, they have to face life themselves. They have to sort things out themselves. But when you are being attentive, you are an active listener, and they come to you, daddy, this person carried my toy and everything, and you listen to them, you help them to sort or resolve what that issue is. They are happy because they feel heard, they feel seen. You get? And we they normally say that women are moved by what they hear, while men are moved by what they see.
What they see.
That's why, yeah. So that's why I another reason why I say women are more attentive. You can tell a woman something, and she's going to carry it in her head. She will link it up with small things that you'll be telling her in the future. Let me say, for example, now, you tell your wife that, you are adding too much weight, so you're adding too much weight. She will just pick it up. My husband is saying I'm adding too much weight. They bring in emotions. Is he saying that I'm fat? Is he saying that is it that he doesn't understand that after childbirth women change and all that kind of a thing? Then tomorrow, the husband might not say, hey, that see this picture of our mutual friend, or maybe a female, another woman or another married woman, say, ah, look at this lady's picture, I saw her today and she was looking good. Your wife will just link everything together, say, oh, I am fat today, he's saying that mr mr Philip's wife is looking good, so is he trying to say he's catching feelings for Mr. Philip's wife? That's how they will start combining
No,
everything. So
no,
I
no,
think,
sorry, let me come in. Not actually catching feelings for Mr. Phillips' wife. But
okay,
where the problem will start is if Mr. Phillips' wife is actually slimmer than his wife. That is where the
exactly,
problem lies. Yes.
exactly. So they will
That's it.
start,
And
linking it.
men should also understand this very well. They should also understand it. This is women, as in that is the way we are created. You can't change
Exactly,
it. Yes.
exactly. So
So
the way
why
they,
people,
say some things matters a
yes,
lot. The way
it
you
matters
arrange
a lot.
whatever you say.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
so the
matters.
next thing we'll be talking about is the foundations of effective family communication, of which I've listed it out. Active listening. I've talked about active listening, that it's not just about hear and listen, but to listen and understand what that person, the context the person is trying to explain, or the message the person is meant to pass through you.
Pass. Mm.
So it is very, very important that we listen. These are the foundations or the basics of communication. Secondly, respectful expression. I don't understand how partners will use abusive words on themselves. Some people might see it that is joke, that we know ourselves, we are, they have different way, but somehow I think, I everybody, every family is different, you understand, but I think we need to be respectful with our expression whenever we are sending a message and everything, not looking down on anybody, be it your wife, be it your child, be it your husband. And a lot of families are experiencing this thing too. What do you think, Vivian?
In terms of using abusive words, I think just like you said, it's an individual thing, and I would say it boils down to how they behave. Like if I'm a playful person and I will take it, whatever you tell me, oh come on here, get out. If I'm flowing with it, that is fine. They will not see it as anything. But where it will become a problem is when you get an opposite person and you don't even know, because you getting an opposite somebody is not the issue. The issue is that, do you understand? Do you know that he or she doesn't like that? She's not accepting it.
Yeah,
And sometimes they will even complain. This way you talk to me, I don't like it. All this you are saying, I don't like them. They affect me. Yet the other partner will not take correction. That is where the problem lies. Yes, because some of them, that is how they grew up, you know maybe let me just use AJ Ajegule in Lagos for example. Children that grew up in Ejegule, there's this kind of will I say kind of waywardness, because they will always be in the street, or maybe even if you are not on the street, you jam them in school. You tend to learn and behave like them. Yeah, so but when they meet somebody from another environment, because environment matters, it impacts on individual very well. So when they meet somebody from another, if the person is not okay with that, try to
yeah,
stop it, try to adjust. But if the person is
yeah,
okay with that, you flow with it. So
yeah,
it's
you're
very
right.
important we know when to put stop to certain things. When you do something and your partner is not okay with it, you stop it. Don't try to force it down the person. No, no, no. This is how I grew. We in my family, we did not see it as anything.
Yeah,
No, accept it that this is what he or she wants and this is what he or she doesn't want. In that way,
yeah.
you will have a peaceful home.
You are right. That's why when getting married, it's important for you to know your partner's temperament. Understanding the person fully, it's very, very important. Just like you say, depending on how the person grew up. So in this context, I'm actually talking about when somebody is angry now, because the tone at which you pass your message matters. You might be making sense and you have every right to be angry, but the way you are expressing yourself might give you a negative reaction from the person you are passing your message to. Maybe the person doesn't flush the toilet and everything, and probably you've talked about it and everything, and you feel like raising your voice or telling the person you are stupid, you are so dirty and foolish. Why can't you flush the toilet and everything? In as much as the person is receiving that message, that insult will not allow their ego
Yeah.
succumb to what you want them to do. You get? So I'm just using that one as an example because, of course, who wouldn't flush a toilet? Although there are people, I believe there are people like that and everything. So it's very, very important when you are getting married, know your partner's temperament. And even when you are speaking with your children, don't see them that, oh, you have control. You shouldn't be a god in your family. Please, you should see yourself as a team or as a leader. And as a leader, you need to serve, you need to lead by example, not being a tyrant in your home that your children will be scared to express themselves or tell you when they get into trouble, they start lying to you, or whenever you are passing a message, the only thing they can just pick from it is that you are shouting, you are screaming. You understand? But if you can
Mm.
pass your message, because children learn how to communicate from us, they learn emotional intelligence. My little boy the other day, I gave him something and he told me thank you, and I told him you are welcome. So only for me to ask him to get something for me, he did. He brought it for me, and I told him, "Oh, thank you very much." He told me you are welcome. I was like, ah. So they pick these things because you might be feeling, why would I thank my child when I ask them to do something for me, when I send them on errands? You need to start teaching them how to appreciate people and how to communicate. All these things, they learn it from you, they pick them from you. Before, is if you are giving them the wrong methods or you are not doing it rightly, they will go outside and then they will pass the same treatment or the same way to communicate to people. So it's very, very important that as a woman or as a man, you communicate with your spouse effectively and with your child. Then the third foundation of effective family communication is the right timing, which you picked up the other time. Knowing the right time to discuss certain things with the person. You might be in a heated argument. One thing with me is I'm a peacemaker. But peacemaker doesn't mean you start letting things build up, start keeping things to yourselves and waiting for the time it will not be a time
Yeah.
bomb and you want to explode and everything. Make sure as soon as it is happening, you communicate your feelings, communicate what you feel about something. Your partner did something that is not wrong, you communicate it to your partner. Your child does something that is not wrong, you communicate, but know the right time to do it. Just like one instance they used to talk about, if you and your partner, you go out and your partner does something, probably hits another person, or your partner is engaged in an argument with someone or did something to someone, and when you come after witnessing the whole thing, or after they tell you, okay, this is what happened, they will now ask you, are you going to support your wife or are you going to support your husband? Then when you go home, you tell the person, or you are going to tell the person in front of everybody that they are wrong. Vivian, I'm asking you this time around, even my viewers, please tell me, if you go out on for an event or something like that and your partner does something wrong, will you correct them in front of everybody, or you wait till you get home?
It is very, very wrong. Very, very wrong to be correcting someone in the public, even your child.
Exactly.
I wanted to talk
Exactly.
about the children before you went to number three. So let me use this opportunity to touch it. Everybody has their own respect, even a 1 month old baby. Everybody needs respect. So if you are not respecting them, like the kids, they might not talk, they might not show you, but it's affecting their life, it's affecting their
Yeah.
ego. Because you cannot, maybe like your child does something bad and as in the public, yeah, even like a good African mom, let me use, because he's always attached to African mom. The only eye is just, you will just look at your child. he or she will understand. You understand? If when you really train your child as an African mother. So you don't need to you just look at him or her. You will just code, you know. So it's not what it is when you get home, you will now explain well, talk to the person why and how it is wrong and why he or she shouldn't do that, and not to correct the person. It is totally or more. If you correct me outside as a partner, you tell me why was I sitting down, why everybody else we are standing up publicly, like why are you sitting down and everybody said, I will shout at you, you why are you standing up when everybody's sitting down? I know they take am home. So no, no, no. Everybody has their own respect. So if you feel like,
Yeah.
because it's the meaning, you cannot just belittle me outside and expect me to uplift you outside. Mm-mm. So that is the way it is for couples. So for your kids, so I know the kids. Why I keep saying kids, they may not talk to you, but you're removing something from their life. So be careful with your
Yes.
kid. Yes, your partner
Yes.
might react. Uh-huh. You know
Mm.
you that one is
Low
different. You will see
self-esteem
it.
will build up, might build up in the
Yeah,
child. And
yeah.
in the context you gave about the couple, the person is telling you, why are you sitting down? Now look at
Mhm.
it from this angle, whereby the husband, the person is sitting down, everybody's standing up, and you bend down to your wife or husband and say, are you okay? This one you are sitting down, are you okay?
Yeah.
So asking
Ah,
it from a place of concern, even if the
thank
person is not
you.
feeling too good to stand up, the person will say,
Stand up.
I'm not feeling strong, oh, but
Yeah.
let me stand. Or
Let me
even
stand
if
up.
the person just felt like, oh, I want to sit down, that's asking, are you okay? This one you're sitting down, the person will just stand up immediately. Now this time around, you are not telling the person you need to stand up, everybody else is
Yes.
standing. The person is an
Yes.
adult, and the
Uh-uh.
person has brain to see that people are standing up and they are sitting down.
Honestly.
So you
Honestly.
need to come from a direction that the person will not feel attacked, but the person will feel cared for. And also for the children, using an instance of the child's teacher complains to you as the mother or the father that, your child is not doing well in school, or this one, that one, and then you want to discuss it with your child. You decided to discuss it at night, you get, or maybe when they just came back from school, you call the person, that you're not doing well though. If you don't
Mm.
come first, if you don't do this one, what about if you plan for a relaxing Saturday, you are done with whatever you're doing, you make something nice, and you are sitting with your child, and then you tell the person that, how is school, are you having any challenges? You understand, you come from an angle that will make the child know that you are concerned, and then you can now come, and if the person is able to share with you their challenges, you can find solutions on how to help them. And that is for a parent that is involved, that is active. But if the person is saying there is nothing, but then you can go ahead and say, I don't think, from what I'm seeing, I think we need to do this to help you because you are lagging behind. So these things now can help the child. By Sunday, the child is preparing their mind, and by Monday, when they are going back to school, they have something that they have a goal to achieve. But maybe they come back from on Saturday, you were told on Wednesday, and then on Wednesday evening you're telling your child you are not doing well. Come on, will you sit up? I will not pay school fees, and you just go and you not get good grades and everything. That whole thing, the child is not going to sleep well. The next day in class, the child might be thinking of how you were shouting and everything, and they will feel pressured. So timing matters a lot. Now we move to the next one, the common communication barriers, things that will not make a communication effective. We need to point it out and make sure we avoid them when we want to build effective
Mm.
communication in our homes. And number one is assumption and misinterpretations. You agree with me that women, we know how to jump we know how to jump into conclusion very well. And somehow there was a um video I watched, this To Kill a Monkey. I don't know if you watched it as well.
I'm very bad at watching movies.
Okay, so I watched the movie. It's a Nigerian movie on Netflix, To Kill a Monkey. And I don't want to go into details, but I felt there is the guy called Efe and his wife. They are going through a lot and all of that. And the wife, the man met his childhood friend. He wanted to reconnect with the guy. and work for the guy. But when he found out that what the guy is doing is Yahoo, illegal, he's into frauds and everything, he
Yeah.
felt like that's not what he wants for himself. And then he came back, he told his wife that the guy doesn't have any job to offer. And the wife went ahead to start pressurizing the man's wife, the man that has the work for the husband, the wife, that please now you should help us. I thought you said you have job for my husband. And the woman, the man's wife said, the fraudster's wife said,
Yeah.
we gave your husband job, now your husband refused, your husband declined. That was when the woman met the husband. And what's going on? We are suffering and they gave you job and you declined and everything. I told my husband, at the end of the day, the man went out and decided to take the job, you understand, as a fraudster working with the guy, of which he experienced his downfall. And when he experienced his downfall, his wife was not there to support him. And I was telling my husband that what I picked from this movie was communication, effective communication. If the man was able to communicate to his wife that, my dear, these people have job, oh, and there is money in it, but the job is being into fraud, and I don't know if you would want that for us. And the wife will come in, no, let us and get a honest means of living. But he just went on, took the job without telling the wife what it's all about. And somehow the wife started sensing that that's fraud, because they were even getting threats from another fraudster or another competitor. You get, and the man lost everything. The woman did not even wait to even accumulate the man's some of the man's properties for herself and for her kids. So it is very, very important that we communicate. You know, the person you are married to, you people should become team players and you discuss, you make decisions together. I wonder how some men will just, if you can make decision and make decisions with your wife, it is very, very important, and it will go a long way for you, because somehow if there are some things you will not see, your wife is going to see it. You get. So
Yeah.
it's very, very
I
important.
want
You
to
want to
ship
add
in.
something?
Yeah, I want to ship in something here. You know, men are fond of this, not telling the woman the detail, not telling
Yeah,
the woman the detail. Sometimes they will feel like, why am I telling her? What will she add?
there is no need.
If I tell her now, it's the same thing. No, tell her. Even if she decides that yes, okay, she will be prepared. She will be, if
It's true.
somebody knocks on the door, she'll be like, who is that? Because she has already known that she's
That's
expecting maybe
okay.
something.
Somebody's,
Yes, you
yeah,
understand. I'm not like you relax, you are going your own way, and she will be enjoying life like saying genuine business. She wouldn't know, and maybe one day she will be
exactly.
embarrassed with, you know. So
Yeah,
and this
yeah,
doesn't go only on this angle.
yeah,
I will tell you, in business, men, 99% of them don't want their wife to know what they're doing in business. Yes, and it is very wrong. Very, very wrong.
very, very wrong.
Apart from you having business issues, downfall and all that, what something happens tomorrow and affects your life?
Yeah,
Where is that
yeah,
woman going to start from? Even if he or she is doing, maybe she's working or she has her own business she's doing, but knowing what you are doing is very, very important. Even if she will not come into that business, if you are not there, at least she will know how to sell off, she will know who and who to
yeah,
meet, she will know the
yeah.
worth of what you have, and not to sell them at auction.
It's
I
true.
have I have, in fact, this happened to my cousin brother. Till today, the wife doesn't know anything that happens in the shop. There was a time he was very sick, as in very, very sick. And I was like, bros, allow this man to come in so that you will have rest. He said, no, that the woman will not come to this shop. If the woman comes now and see all this money, she will think it's his own. I said, then if she thinks it's your own and she finishes it, now two of you go suffer.
We suffer around.
Yes, bring her in. Let her know that this money, this amount of money is credit. This one is from bank. This one is from business partner. And we are into the same business. So I said, and I will help you explain. So because now you really need rest. I'm telling you, I know how I pressurize this man. Yet he did not allow the wife to come into the business. I
The
felt
thing is,
so bad.
I feel it's people that are married to their enemies, or they don't trust who they are married to. Because
My dear, I don't.
if you are
African men, they believe that when the wife or the woman starts seeing money, they tend to misbehave. They tend to grow wings. But that is very wrong. Because you're not telling me that somebody you give hand, or assuming you just marry a small girl that is not doing anything and you open a business for the person. If you are treating that your wife well, as the small girl she is, and she's doing business, you're helping her everything. I don't think, oh my God, I still can't imagine it. The way she will now come up tomorrow and be challenging you,
yeah,
you know,
yeah, at
it
all.
is your character. It is
Unless
there is this.
there is something
Yes,
else, or something they are doing
yes,
wrongly, because
yes. You
marriage is
know, they will
meant to be
always,
seen.
the men, they will always want to show you that they are the African man. African man in which way? Misbehaving. Not African man in taking care of their family. Oh. It's African man. Either he starts staying away late, or maybe he starts chatting Angelina. When you talk, they will tell you they can even marry her. And today I saw a picture of Chinasa. You're on Facebook now, so you will know the Chinasa woman from is he Oga or where? That she's a married woman. She cheated with somebody else, Ichie. Ichie is also a married man. So the wife of Ichie now, I don't know how their video leaked or how they cut them or whatever. But the wife of the Ichie now, now came out and was fighting the Chinasa. She should leave her husband
My
alone.
husband,
Blah blah blah. Now she even involved the Umada from her family, as in from the man's family now, to go and fight the Chinasa.
lady.
Yes. Today, I saw their picture. Although I think last 2, 3 weeks, I saw their invitation card that they are getting married. That Chinasa and the Chi, I'm telling you, because the Chinasa lost her marriage. After that, her own husband said, "How can I marry? I'm not marrying again." You trust them now? When they shit, we have to enjoy it. When we shit in our hala, our own shit go full everywhere. So the man
Yeah.
now rejected the wife that he's not marrying again. Is she now because of the things they have done to the woman? I am strongly believing that maybe he didn't want to marry Shinasa, but it's because of the way
Now,
the wife reacted that made him to go and marry Shinasa. So why am I bringing this in? They are fond of cheating and they don't see it as anything, and they don't know that
anything.
only that can, as in the way it hurts women, it can make them to go to any length, but they don't know that. So you're not telling me that you have a wife you are taking good care of, as in sincerely, before you and God, you as a human being and God, you did not do her anything, and she all of a sudden is changed. I can't. Yes, I can't believe that.
Please,
There is something
if you
somewhere.
are a man, and you're watching this video, loving your wife and telling her things will make her respect you and
To the
love
core.
you very
To the
much.
core.
And there are some opinions that she might share with you, or some ideas she will share with you, that will help you go far in life. I know someone that explained how as he's receiving his salary, he hands it over to his wife for the wife to plan for it. You understand? So when your woman knows you, she can be able to beat her chest outside,
Yes.
and she can stand for you and say, "No, this thing, my husband did not do it."
Yes.
But if you are a dishonest person as a husband or as a father, that's where there is problem. So
They always
you
want to
see,
play fast.
yeah, you see, assumptions will come in when you don't clarify things with your partner, or if they misunderstand whatever you are saying. So it's very, very important for you to pass your message very well. And then another thing is overreacting to emotions. I watched a video of a man that told his wife that they want let them get a maid from Nigeria, to I think Canada, that they will adopt the girl. So they adopted the girl, and the girl came in. Later, the woman found out that the husband had a child. The husband had the child before they got married.
And
So
that
the
is the
person
child.
he
Yeah, anybody can make that mistake. Yeah,
The child will be the first son. The person will start doing this thing,
yeah,
properties with her own child, but it's a girl child that will get married
tomorrow.
someday. So people were saying that the man would have told the man, that's the man's mistake, which is communication, knowing the right time and making sure you are open to your spouse. Then, secondly, people were not criticizing the woman for how she reacted. She involved police. She was shouting. Even her mom was telling her to calm down, but she was shouting. She was asking the girl to leave her home, that she doesn't want to see the girl. The girl should leave her home and everything, chasing the girl out. So people were saying that the woman did not react maturely. Maybe that's why the man did not tell her. So the man has his own wrong. The woman has her own wrong because the thing is overreacting. Asking the girl to leave will not undo what will not undo the truth,
At all,
because
at
the
all,
man
at
has
all.
the child already. So it is a sin that the man lied to you. He did not come clean, and you can even divorce, because if somebody that said their deal breaker is someone having a child outside the home or something like that, or someone being a liar, if their deal breaker is that, it's enough for them to call off their marriage.
Some
But
men,
since
men
this thing has already happened.
men make mistakes sometimes. Maybe when he wanted to marry, he was like, I don't want to lose this woman. If I tell her this and tell her that, she might decline my engagement or whatever, or my proposal. It is better you lose that woman at that early stage than
Yes, so
losing her
later,
when you have already married her,
when you
started
have gone
building your
far.
family, started building with her.
Exactly.
It is better you lose
Exactly.
her. If she says, this is what I don't want, let her be. You will see somebody that would accommodate you with the way you are.
Yes,
I
yes.
I listened to someone's is it voice over or whatever, about a lady. She was planning, she was about to wed, and what was the problem? The husband pleaded with her to allow his own sister to be among the bridal
Okay,
train,
bridesmaid. Uh,
and she refused. She bluntly refused that nothing will make her as what is there? What is big
exactly.
there?
If
What is there?
she's among the bridesmaids, maybe she will just wear clothes and come that day
My
and
dear,
answer presents. Was
and go.
And even if she's
So
not even among the bridal train, she will still attend the wedding as the sister-in-law.
my dear, as the sister. So this yes in it all, if I and finally the man cancelled the wedding. And if I were
I
in his
saw it.
shoes, I will do that. I will do 100% what he did. Because only for my sister to participate in the wedding, even if according to the story, the man is financing 100%, but I said it, even if on my way, even when you the woman is financing 100%. So I'm coming to become your slave. It will not happen if you cannot accommodate. Now it shows how you will, as in the woman will never see accept any member of his family
Their
into their
family,
house.
yeah.
It is just critical clear. You don't need any soothsayer to tell you that immediately after you marry this person, just be ready to become enemies with your family,
It's
because it is
true.
there. She will give you the condition, I don't want anybody in this house. And she might be this type that any little thing she will complain. Anything they
Yeah.
do, she will complain. So we should know how to live this life. Nobody will stay on this earth without that, I don't
A
know which, I
wise
don't know
woman
what we are dragging.
a wise woman
No.
will bring her in-laws closer. As long as just why it's important that you bring them closer, then just go and sleep. Because even if something should happen tomorrow between you and your husband, your in-laws will not be selfish in their sense of judgment, because now they've seen you,
O-
they've accepted you as their sister and everything. So if you are getting married to a family that
although
doesn't approve of it,
although it's not 100%, it is not 100% approval or sure that if you welcome them, they will welcome you. But it is
it's
still
true.
not, yes, it is still not enough reason for you. If you welcome them and they do not welcome you,
No, no, no,
you
no. I don't
systematically
support
take
that.
you systematically take yourself out. That is it. If you maybe
Yeah,
when you come, you cook food and nobody eats it. Next time you will not cook now because nobody will eat.
Just like
Just use
one
your
that
brain and know how to manage things. That is this
just like
life.
a lady that brought their matter online. Her sisters-in-law, two of them of university level, they came to their house, to their brother's house, which is her husband, and they are there. She goes to the market, she cooks, they eat, but they don't assist her with anything. Just sitting down, press their phones, eat, sleep. They don't even to sweep. They don't assist. So she has complained with their to her husband. Her husband is saying that you know that these children of this age, that's how they are, and they came to rest and everything. Come on, which kind of rest is that one?
There are still
Which
children.
kind of rest is that
Some
one?
university students are children.
Yes,
They are
yes.
children. It's not only children.
So it's very, very important that we manage our emotions well. Then another one is silence and avoidance. That one I talk about, to keep peace, just for everybody to be fine. You will not be keeping quiet. You'll be accumulating it. My dear, you are hurting yourself. If you cannot communicate and say this is how you feel, you don't like this and all of that, you are just going to suffer, and at the end of the day, there is no benefit to it. So
I
it's
have
very,
one
very
question.
important.
I have one
Okay.
question regarding this. Like this
Okay.
last instance you gave now, the husband now said they came to rest, blah 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 blah. What do you expect the woman to do? The best thing for my kind of person, the best thing I will do is to stay clear, stay off. Yes, I will accumulate it because I have seen it that when I complain, they will even tag you a troublesome woman.
That's why we are talking about it from the two sides. It has to be the person sending the message and the other person listening attentively and know how to act and react to the this thing, not to listen and just give dismissal and everything. If your
Yeah,
wife is telling you, your wife tells you that, oh, your sisters are not helping out, they are just eating and relaxing, pressing phone throughout, then you pick out a time you people are done eating, then they carry their plate and go and drop in the kitchen. You as the husband, you're meant to follow them and say, oh yeah, pack the one I used to eat and wash, do the dishes. They wake up in the morning, or maybe when you come back from work, you might not even tell them that it's my wife that reported. My wife said, you give the
is the
judgment.
husband not seeing it? Is anything wrong with
He
his
might,
eyes?
maybe the husband is going to work. Maybe the husband is
Uh-huh.
going to work, or
So
maybe they don't know
as
what is
your wife
happening.
has complained, when you come back, maybe on weekend, there is no way
Mhm.
you're not staying in the house during the weekends. You monitor them before you. If I am the man, I get a report. I have to monitor. I will not jump into conclusion. Yes, they are my siblings, and before I married,
Another
I
thing
should
just
be
came to
able
my
to
mind.
know them. You know one thing
Yeah.
with men, it's not as if they don't know their siblings, because before you married, you know what Nkechi can do, you know what Adobe can do. Yes. So now they
So
are
if
in
you
your
know,
house. Yes,
yeah,
now that they are in your home and your wife is complaining, even if maybe your wife adds sugar or salt to the story, you should be able to at least know to some extent, yes, this is what this
what the
person can
person
do.
can do.
Then you put your eye, monitor, so that because I'm telling you from experience, if you leave that, the kind of problem you are going to find yourself in later, you will not believe it's that small thing that build up to that.
It's true. It's true. And another thing that came to mind is for men and women, how you introduce your spouse to your family matters, or how you carry your wife, or the way you
Yes,
respect your wife and your husband. That's the same way your family, the kind of respect
exactly,
your family will accord to her. If
exactly.
you're somebody that is insulting your wife in front of your family, or in her absence, maybe you're talking about her, you say, ah, my wife no guess, my wife cannot cook. You are bringing her weaknesses
Hmm.
out there to your family. They will use it against her. But if
Yeah,
you don't joke with your wife, you respect your wife very well. If they come for family gatherings and everything, they know that you don't joke with your wife, and anything your wife says stands, or you support your wife, they will tread carefully. But if
that
you
is
did
it.
they useless your wife, they tell her anything you tell her, the same way your family members will insult your wife. So it's very, very important, and vice versa. If you start saying, ah, my husband does this, my husband cannot even do this, your family will be picking it, and then at the end of the day, they will not respect your husband. Say, ah, I thought it's even my sister that is even bringing more money to the
Mm-hmm.
house.
Mm-hmm.
he was jobless. My sister's husband was jobless for this thing. They start using that thing against your husband. So it's very, very important that you respect your spouse very well and make your family know that you love and respect them so that they tread carefully. If you build that kind of relationship or pass that kind of message to your family, they will be careful. They will not even near your house if they know they will not respect your wife.
Yeah,
So I
that's
think
true.
that's one is another thing that will help. Now, conflict resolution. This is the second to last. How to resolve conflict when you people are having issues and what might not make it go well whenever you are expressing yourself or passing the message. Now, I have said this thing before, but let me just put it in a term that will be easy. Don't attack the person, but attack the person's character. Don't just go ahead and tell the person that you are not caring. For example, your husband did not call you throughout it and everything. You say, you are not caring. You don't used to call somebody. You get that kind of a thing. But see it from the angle whereby you're telling the person that I really feel sad whenever you don't call me. You get. Now the thing is you are telling the person this is how I feel, this is what is making me feel, and that's the action, what you did. It's not about you. But if you're just going ahead telling the person that you are not caring or you are careless or something like that, you are attacking the person. You are giving the person a diffusion because they might be you are giving if you are telling the person that this is how I feel when you don't do this, or when you do this, this is how I feel. You are questioning the person's character and you are giving the person room to explain themselves. You are giving the person room to say, okay, see you, this is why it happened and everything. Giving room, making excuses for the person and giving the person room to explain themselves than to conclude. Do you agree with me, Vivian?
Yeah, definitely. When you want to correct someone, or maybe well, you want to let the other partner know how you feel, the your communication pattern matters. The timing of the communication matters. The tone in which you are laying your complaint matters, because some most times we women we think as a man, he's supposed to know, he's supposed to know, he's supposed to know. You understand? You assume,
Yes.
you just assume and draw conclusion that he's supposed to know. No, don't. And because you have already assumed that he's supposed to know, you are not, you are angry, you are
Blaming.
misbehaving.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but if you see it from this angle of, I don't think he knows this thing he's doing is not good. Oh,
Yes. Yes.
hello there. You do not call me to the first of all. If it will start from your relationship, as in during your relationship stage, even if you people did not cut from day one, you started talking with him. To how many times does he call you? Then that from that you will not know when he changes, or if he did not
Yes.
change. Yes, if he normally call you when he comes back from work, you will now expect his call only when he comes back from work. But if he calls you even from the office, yes, he can talk even from the office. Now, when you get
Yes.
married or as time goes on, if he stops calling you when he's in office, you can ask, nah, I hope everything is fine. Oh. It's been long now you called me from office. Or you call. Yes, you can call.
Yeah, you do it.
Since he used to call you even from office, if you call during that time, if you do not see his call, you call. Yeah, except when he may be like, oh, you are disturbing me, I'm busy. Yes, you know, when he comes home, you'll be like, okay, it's like you're busy these days. Let him explain, yes, that things have changed, that he's busy. You respect his opinion. But the only thing you have to do is to monitor, make sure that maybe his behavior towards you did not change, so that you will be sure that it is work that is really distracting him and not another thing. Because men now, when they see another green field, they had them excuses go full everywhere. So it is left for the woman to know the person you are married, know how
Yeah,
to follow him, and
exactly.
manage it. Because they hard if you start keeping it. If you start getting angry for him keeping it, hmm, that is where problem will burst.
You are right. In summary, it's more like expressing yourself, and that point where you lifted, that you said knowing the person you are married to, because we might see things differently. The way your husband might react to something, maybe they don't see these things as big deal. That's why you need to know your partner's love language.
Exactly.
If it's affection, if it's gifts, if it's words that gets to them and everything, or time, quality time, you need to know your partner's distance. That's why if you feel like they have not met your expectation, you express how you feel instead of blaming them, because you don't expect them to know
To know
everything.
everything.
We are coming from different background, different experiences, and that's why you see someone that comes from a home that is very very abusive, and they don't know what that you see online. They'll tell people, this person is not loved at home. You get that kind of it, that this person is not loved at home.
Yeah,
And in the right context, you actually see that there are people that don't know what it means to be loved or
at
to
all.
love someone. You get. So it is very very important that in our homes we make sure that we love and care for each other and communicate effectively to help build a sane society, because this whole families will come out and contribute to the society as
Mm-hmm.
well. So if we are
Yeah.
if we are building good homes, you know that the society will be filled with more of good people than bad, and they'll be coming from respectful homes than the ones that are abusive. Now we'll talk about finding a common ground. This is conflict resolution. Finding a common ground, which is to you agree to disagree. Thereby, the person is coming from another angle, you are coming from another angle. This is just like writing number six and somebody is standing opposite you. And me, I'm saying number six. You are saying you're saying number nine.
Number
So the
nine.
both of us, we are right. But it depends on the context, and we get to
Exactly.
understand where this other person is coming from. So we should find a common ground as parents, as partners. We should find common ground with our partners, even with our children. When your children is telling you that, mommy, you said I'm going to have this thing, you're going to give me chocolate today and everything, and then you tell the person, yes, I agree that you are going to have chocolate, but it's not now. This is time for you to have this. It's time for you to have breakfast. When it's time for snack, you have chocolate. So now the person have chocolate that day, yes, but it depends on when you want the person to have chocolate. So they have that chocolate that day, but at the time you wanted. So there is a
Yeah.
way partners and parents with their children can find common grounds, and that way nobody is affected and everybody feels heard and seen. Now, we okay, this is an example. Parents might agree that TV time is too much, but they can agree on balance and consistency. Maybe me, I can say children should watch TV 2 times a week, and my husband say they can actually watch every day, but for 30 minutes. You get. Now we are coming from different angle. Screen
Mm-hmm.
time. Now we can find a common ground by saying, okay, we can increase the number of days and reduce the time. That way, that whole day, 2 times a week, maybe I might feel like it's the whole day, 2 times a week, maybe Saturdays and Sundays, they can watch TV unlimited as they want. But my husband say 30 minutes every day is fine, and it depends on the kind of video. So we can find a common ground, and that way everybody feels heard. We are not doing entirely what this person is saying, and we're not doing entirely what the other person is saying. We just met in the middle. So it's important to agree to disagree. Now, the last one is how to build lasting bonds, how you can make sure that communication is effective in your home. I'll give one, and then Vivian will give another one. Then we can just conclude from there. I'll talk about creating time. If you see that your kids, before your kids even come, you and your partner, you need to plan that, okay, every, you can say before bedtime, 30 minutes before bedtime, we'll have 10 minutes chit chat on how respective days went, our respective day went, and if there is anything that I'm doing that you don't like, and me, I will tell you if there is anything you are doing I don't like. If your children have come of age to understand, you put it as a family ritual, family routine, or family culture, that every Sundays or every Saturday after dinner, after breakfast, we are having family meeting. Come out and say your mind. Has any of your sibling offended you? Has any of your parents offended you? And no matter what the complaint they bring to the table, don't criticize them or shut them out. Listen to them, find solution to whatever complaint they bring, even if you feel you don't agree with them. That's why we talk about finding a common ground. You find a common ground to make them feel seen and heard. That way your child might will be able to communicate effectively. Even if they go out there in school, somebody makes them angry, they will know that okay, they can raise a communication, they will raise to resolve, they can communicate to the person instead of reacting. You took my this thing, or you hit me, you hit my food, or you hit my snacks. They carry something and start throwing things around. I know people that they are, you see a small child, because of their angry, they will not start spoiling things, throwing things. The mother will say, this boy, yeah, I don't blame you. My dear. Time bomb. That's how the person will grow into an adult that cannot express themselves or control their emotions. They will just start spoiling things and everything, and you'll be the person that will be bearing the consequences or the expenses on top of it. So I believe families should create a culture whereby they gather together, discuss whatever challenge or difficulty they are having, or anything they have against the other person. It is very, very important. Even resolving issues amongst siblings, and don't be partial. Don't do because of this person is helping me out more than this person, you will not be partial in your judgment. It doesn't make sense. We make sure you take time, because this is how you see siblings that for years they've not spoken to themselves. And this might be because of one thing that happened back in the days that their parents did not help them resolve amongst themselves. Because
Mm.
as they are growing, we need to come in, bring our own knowledge and our own wisdom in settling them, and saying, this person, this is where you got it wrong. This person, this is what you would have done. They get to love themselves. If you build a home whereby your children love themselves, if you are not in this world, you don't have anything to worry. They will carry each other along. You will not see a situation where they say they are dragging lands, or this person is backbiting this person is trying to bring the other person down. So it's very, very important that we know how to manage our home and build a communication routine that will help everybody feel seen and heard, and nobody will feel like this person is getting more love than I am, or more attention than I am. I would like to hear your own point on building lasting bonds in regards to communication, effective communication in families.
Yeah, I will come from the angle of the parents. Like we parents, we should be very, very careful of what we preach and what we practice. We are the gods they are seeing first before the main God in heaven. Because I cannot be preaching something else and be acting something else. Yeah, children copy us fast. That's it. They copy what they see faster
Ah,
than what you
very
preach.
well,
Yes,
very
than
well.
what you preach. If you really want them to grow in love, you have to show it. Show it to your partner.
Bam.
If you want them, if this self-esteem we are talking about, if you want to build their own to the highest, the way you talk to your partner, the way you handle the whole situation, because when you back at your partner, they will be afraid to come to you, no matter what they want to report, no matter what they want. They'll be like, oh, daddy is back. I don't want to go and meet him. Why? They are afraid. But if they see you that you handle your partner, especially the man, you pamper your wife, you do what you're supposed to do, so freely they will come. Daddy, this one happened, that one happened. And when they come outside, somebody talks to them anyhow, they'll be like, I cannot do anything. My daddy is there, my mommy is there. You understand? Yes. So it is the way you, the man, you are the head. Not be only when you want to eat fish, you go not say you are the head of the family. Say me will give you. You know you are the head. You are the head by
Hey,
your
this one will not
character,
finish me.
by your character, by everything, even in providing. Yes, men of these days, I don't know, because women try to help. They are taking advantage of that. They will now be lacking, relaxing too much, and allow the woman to suffer too much. No, stand up and take your responsibilities. If you don't have, say it with love. Because if you do when you have, when you don't have, I believe your partner will understand that yes, this time around, you know they, than when you, every time they ask you for something, you shout. That is how your kids will not come to you, because they will be afraid. And that is how, when they have challenge outside, especially the ladies, the girls in them, when somebody talk to them outside, or they won't be free to discuss it with you.
Yeah.
And remember, whatever you are doing to your wife is affecting your children. If you back at her because she's angry, because she's not happy, she wouldn't know when she will also display that attitude to the kids.
Exactly.
And you guys are sending them away. They won't come, they won't be free to come into the home to say, see what I'm passing through, see what I'm seeing outside. So I am saying, please, it's not easy. This marriage of a thing, the journey no be my mind. But let us try. Let us try to see that, because at the end, it is still we that will suffer it at your old
Mm,
age. If your kids are not, even when you have the money to take care of yourself, if your kids are not peaceful, if you don't, there's no peace in your family, it is going to
yeah.
affect you. Yes, it is going
Yeah.
to affect you. So let us try as much as we can to see that we give the kids the love they need.
Yeah.
Your partner, you give him or her the love, the maximum affection, so that it will help in the home. If you see
Mm,
a family where there is love, you will love marriage. If you
yeah.
see where they do things together, before they do anything and say, no, wait, let me call my husband. In sincerity, you love companionship.
Yeah.
So I think that is where I'm drawing the curtain.
You are right. And also, teaching our children by our actions is very, very important. And what I want to add to that is teaching them early. You
Yeah.
understand? Teach them how to use words to express themselves so that they can pass their message and not tantrums. And we can do that by showing it to them. When we are angry at them, the way we react, we help them know that, oh, whenever mommy is angry, she doesn't shout, she doesn't make things go um doesn't scatter things everywhere. She communicates like a reasonable person, her tone and everything. She tells the child and everything. So they pick these things. Another thing is for us to teach them forgiveness and empathy. It's not about how they show empathy in the house, how they show empathy to others. You go out there, you have people that open security people, they open door for you, or a waiter comes to take your order and everything. They know how to, they should learn how to say thank you, they should learn how to be humane. You understand? You teach them all these things the same way you treat your house helps, the way you treat your drivers and everything. They see these things. So let us make sure we teach them empathy and forgiveness even amongst um our partners. We should learn how to forgive, think from their perspective, especially if the person is a good person. You know that because sometimes we can count, we can leave the good someone has done and hold on to that one bad the person has done. Yeah, it's true. I think somebody, I watched it where one lady was saying that, see, from that to kill a monkey, they say when a bad man does one good, they praise him. But when one good,
A good
when a
man.
good person just do one bad, people will criticize him and they will forget all the good the person has done. And
That is
that is
the
how it
truth.
is in life. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is how it is in life. So we should give room for forgiveness whenever our partner say, oh, I did this thing, they admitted that they are wrong. We should understand them and see things from their own perspective, and not, if they apologize, we still take it that no, for doing this I'm going to revenge and everything. We should learn to forgive, because if we even check wetin we don do God, or some sins wey we don do, God sef wey dey forgive us, we go dey wonder how he take forgive us. So I will close with this thought: strong families are not those without conflict, but those who know how to communicate through it. The way we talk to each other determines the health of our relationship. So it is very, very important that we communicate effectively and know that no family can scale through without having issues, without having disagreement. But how you are able to communicate and resolve it matters a lot, and it will determine if you people can go far. So this is all for today. And what I want my viewers to do for me is, you should share with us in the comment section what has been your biggest family communication challenge. Yeah, is it that your parents were not there, there was nobody to listen, or you don't know how to express yourself, or if it's the time and all of that? So share with me, because somehow there are some things that, there are some secrets children are keeping away from their parents that their friends know, or
Mm-hmm.
somebody else know, but their parents are
Yeah.
not aware of. You get? But if you make yourself a relatable parent, or someone that listens attentively and know how to find solution to whatever thing your child is saying, even if they have done the gravest mistake, you know how to resolve it. They will tell you everything. They will be your best friend, and they will not keep anything from you. So please tell me in the comment section what has been the family communication challenge you've experienced while growing up, or while running your home. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate Gracie, NU, Eriyanwa Kenzo. Sorry if I don't pronounce it very well. Thank you all, even the people that joined and did not leave any comments. I really appreciate you all. And to my co-host, Vivian of Catchy's Corner, thank you for your
Thank you.
insightful contributions. I
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate you. And my viewers, you already know we are having this live session weekly. Do well to follow Vivian at Catchy's Corner. Yeah, because I do go live on her channel as well, and we have lots of important topics to dish out, and communications to pass across. Please make sure you subscribe to her channel so that you don't miss out on any video she posts or anytime she's going live. And if you've not subscribed to my channel, please make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss out on these juicy topics. Thank you, and see you on our next live session. Vivian,
Yeah.
have a good night rest. Thank you so
I you
much.
too. Thank
All right,
you.
bye.
Bye.